Greetings Esoteria, Jimmy the Lightfoot here with a little tutorial for the server devs. This tutorial concerns the newly implemented command LootChest, which allows us to make a static and a random chest. Static chests populate with predetermined items whenever a player opens them for the first time, and it also provides them with currency if the creator of the chest so chose to put it in there. Random chests generate a random number when they're opened, and they compare that to an existing table and pick the table that's in the chest that matches and gives the player the corresponding items. This is unique per player, so it'll remember whatever items you left behind, whatever items you put in there, and it can't be like filled up by a griefer or something like that because, again, it's unique to each player. So let's get started. We'll go ahead with the command, LootChest. It's always going to be that every time you start. Now, the file name is your first argument. It should be unique, and it is the only argument that is case sensitive. It's important. The next argument is the name of the chest. Definitely make it more unique than test 3. In fact, it needs to be unique no matter what file it's in, because it's going to be the name of the location and the cuboid that you create. So just use your name and the name of the chest, and you should be just fine. So the next thing you're going to do is location : Q at, and this is basically creating a Denizen style cuboid. You put the location of the chest here twice. If it's a double chest, it'll just be one block over for both of the blocks that the chest occupies. Then if you wish, specify money. If you don't specify money, it'll just put it in as 0. Then you hit enter, and it brings up your menu. Now with your menu, you just populate it with the items that you want. You can go ahead and put them in any order you wish. For small chests, you are of course confined to the top 3 slots here, and a double chest has the whole thing. Now this fun little item down here is your template. Now when you click it, you see LootChest template saved. What that means is that if you use the command again, instead of having a blank slate here, you'll have whatever items you had in there when you click that. Now that's really useful because if you're making like a randomized chest, for instance, where the items are all the same but maybe the money's different, or the items only change just a little bit, this will save you time. To save the chest when you're finished, hit escape. Chest test 3, save to file, test chests. Now, all you have to do is open the chest, and there's our items, exactly in the order that we put them in. Just to demonstrate, again, it remembers what you put in there. When you close it, it gives you your money. This is stuff that's happened. If I were to throw in an item that wasn't in there before, it'll be there. But if another player opens it, and they haven't opened it before, they'll get the items. If they have opened it before, it'll be whatever they left in there, if anything. That's it. That's a static chest. It's made. It's done. That's all you have to do. The next is a random chest. Now, this one is where it's really a huge time saver. Now, making a random chest is actually roughly the same thing. We're going to give it a different name because, again, the names need to be unique. The chest we're using is just a couple blocks away. So let's go ahead and edit that real quick. And then we need to specify a table. Table names can be whatever you want them to be. They only need to be unique within the chest that they correspond to. I like to use numbers because they're just easier to remember them that way. When you specify chance, it's a decimal. And make sure you specify 0 first. If you don't, it'll error out. It'll tell you don't do that. Just to show you, we'll give this an 80. And you must add a 0 when specifying your chance decimal. So we'll go ahead and satisfy the system and give it its bad math grammar. So now, just like before, as I stated, it saved the items we had in there before. I kind of like what's in there, so we're going to make that our first table. Table 1, created for chest test 2, and file test chests. Now, when we go ahead and do this, let's delete that template. That's just all you have to do that. LootChest template cleared. Now, it's really easy to just keep going with this. First thing we're going to do, let's get rid of this location here. We don't need it anymore. We know where test 2 is. Let's throw in a little extra money here for this one. We'll change the table name, and then we'll give it a slightly lower chance. And bam, notice we no longer have that template there. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw this in, and that's for that table. Let's do another one, give you a 50% chance. Let's see here, we'll do $300 for that one, and bam, it's really just that easy. So we'll give them what items we want in that, but we'll just keep going. Let's make a few, just so we can see, and you can actually get a feel for how quick this is. That we'll go ahead and that's not enough for that. Let's do that instead. Do that. Do the next one. This is a 20% chance. I'll give you $1,000 for doing it, and this will be table 5. Let's give you the diamond stuff, and you just keep doing this. You just keep going. So we can give this one a 15. Make it table 6. We'll say this one's $1,500, and then bam, and then we'll make the last one the elytra. So we'll go ahead and say you get a 5% chance that you manage to get the elytra out of it. And that should do it. Put in the last item there, and that's it. That's your chest. Now, if you'd like to see what that did, and it did quite a bit, we'll go ahead and take a look at it. So we'll open her up, file here, and take a look. So here's the first one we made. We can see where the items are on the list. And then look. Now imagine how long this would take you to type this out, each individual line. I'm sure you could cut and paste, but that'd still take you forever. We have 7 tables for that one chest, and I really didn't spend much time on it at all. So there's that. We'll go back to the game here. Let's test out our chest, shall we? Apologize for that. This is what I got out of it. This is the table that it decided to pull. So we'll go ahead and grab our items. I got $150. Pull it again. It does not attempt to generate the chest again. And that's that. That is how quick, how easy that is to make a random chest and a loot chest. Now let's get down to the other points of the command. So now we've populated chests, we've seen how that works. What if you want to edit one? Let's edit that static chest, for instance. I don't like what items are in there. I want to put different money in there this time. Let's put in $50 this time. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add edit. The edit argument tells the system that whatever you've put in, you want it edited. So see, it brought up what we had before. And then I could change up the items if I wanted to, or change its locations or something. And it's been edited. Now, what we want to do for table is quite simply the same exact thing. We'll add our table in there. So I want to edit table 5 from test 2. And there's table 5 from test 2, and I changed the money. Now you only get like $50 for that. And if you want to edit anything else of that, if you want to edit its location, you just add in the location argument and it will edit the location. If you want to edit the chance for that table, you just add in the chance argument. It'll edit that chance, whatever you put in there. If you attempt to say, I want to add to table 5, we'll add $50 to it, right? It's not going to let you because I didn't put in the edit or the delete arguments. It'll tell you can't do that. It already exists. So finally, you have your delete arguments. You already see what happens when you do just a loot chest delete. I want to delete a whole chest, I just do test chests and then the chest name. Now this can be for a static chest, a random chest. It'll delete the whole thing from the system. You just hit that. Chest 3 has been removed from file testchest.yaml. If you want to remove a table, just do the same thing. Specify a table. The chest test 3 does not exist. Ooh, because I deleted it. I forgot to. So there you go. It's another little demonstration. If you try to delete something that didn't exist, it'll let you know. That way you know nothing happened. So we'll go ahead and delete table. Table 5 deleted from chest 2 in file testchest.yaml. And that's really it. That is the entire command. That's how it works. That's how you can use it. It's a very powerful command because we can now make dungeons that run themselves once they're set. Set it and forget it. So I hope this helps you guys, and I hope other people that are watching think that's pretty interesting. You know, come on over and talk to us if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Have fun out there, kids.